What's good, YouTube? Flash Speaks back. Yesterday on NBA Countdown, or was it? It was prior to the Dallas Mavericks finding a way to finally win one damn game against some damn Boston Celtics to take the series to 3-1. Joel Embiid has showed up for the for NBA Countdown, and as you know, this is my favorite player right now. Of course, he plays for my favorite team, and he's asked some interesting questions here about the Boston Celtics and possibly what the Sixers could do next year. I'm going to chime in here. All right.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown. Just when we thought that we couldn't get any more people on this desk, Joel Embiid decides that he wants to stop by. Joel, thank you for joining us here on NBA Countdown.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate it. I got to start with the tweet that you got off the other day. Did the Bucks give them the championship? I mean, I'm assuming you're alluding to the Drew Holiday acquisition by the Boston Celtics. You see that as the difference maker?
I mean, that came up in the conversation that I was having with my people, and I just felt like I had to ask. People thought I was, having fun, but that was a serious question. So I kind of wondered myself, would they have made the trade if, they knew Boston was going to get Drew Holiday? So
Yeah, I kind of agree with this. Prior to the season last year, when the Bucks had acquired Damian Lillard, sending Drew Holiday over there, and then Boston and jumping on and grabbing Drew Holiday. I wanted Drew Holiday because I felt like Drew Holiday would have been the perfect guard to go next to Tyrese Maxey. We talked about their rival Tyrese Maxey. Him taking that jump, that step next year, that prior to last year, to becoming an All-Star. But for the Sixers to be complete, that two-guard position was filled by the Anthony Melton, which I felt was like not that is the spot that needed an upgrade. He's a nice little two-way player, but the Anthony Melton for me was more suited to come off the bench as your sixth man, or maybe possibly the seventh guy, or the second guy coming off the bench rather. Allowing the Boston Celtics to get Drew Holiday allowed them to upgrade from Marcus Smart. And I felt the same way. And then they also grabbed Kristaps Porzingis to match up with some of the teams that have bigs, possibly like the Sixers, Cleveland, and even Milwaukee. And I felt the same way. But this is my thing with Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey, in my opinion, does not know how to build a championship team. He knows how to build a team that can compete, but he does not know how to build a championship team. He has this belief in relying on three-point shooters and so on. So when the Sixers were at the trade deadline, and this is when Joel Embiid was going through his yearly injury, he was going through here with the meniscus, Daryl Morey had an opportunity to go grab either OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, these guys who were out there, and even like say we'll just take those two. But instead of going for players like that, he went out and got Buddy Hield, which was the biggest mistake of them all. Because Buddy Hield, though he's a very good three-point shooter, I give him that, he's not a two-way player. Next to Tyrese Maxey, you needed that guard, that two guard, that can get his own buckets, but also really be a stalwart on defense. As defense wins championships, you have to get stops. And I don't think Daryl Morey understands that. You have to get stops. 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 But anyway, I agree with Joel Embiid there.
But, we'll never know.
I know we're at the finals, and we got plenty to discuss here. But having you on this set, the first thing I'm wondering is, how you feeling? How are you doing? How is sort of healing up coming along this summer so far?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just getting ready for the Olympics. It's going to be big for me because I've been dreaming about it since I was a kid. So I'm excited.
We're talking about the Olympics. Listen, Joel Embiid playing for the U.S. team, that's his choice. I would have liked to see Joel Embiid play for Cameroon. Because you look at that Cameroon team, they have him. They have Pascal. They would have had him. They would have had Pascal Siakam. They would have had Serge Ibaka. They would have had some other, African brothers over there playing against the U.S. I would have rather seen that because I think that's more like, the spirit of the Olympics, in my opinion. But I guess now since he's an American citizen, technically he could play for here. But to me, I think that's the easy way to a goal. I would have liked to see him play for Cameroon, personally, and to challenge the U.S. players. But that's just my personal opinion.
Excited about it. This should be part of, the experience. Growing up just watching it, I just wanted to be on it. So, but I feel pretty good and, excited to get back and, go to
So
work.
you'll be able to go, though.
Oh, yeah. I want to go. So far, yeah.
Well,
but, we'll see.
I wish you beautiful health. I'm never rooting against you, but I have to ask you this question. As we see the Boston Celtics getting ready to close the deal and win a championship, what does that have you thinking about as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers?
I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I hate Boston. Great.
Perfect answer, bro. I can't stand, I don't speak about Bill Russell, but I can't stand Sam Jones, can't stand Casey Jones, can't stand Larry Bird, can't stand Havlicek, can't stand Kuzi, can't stand Auerbach, can't stand none of them jokers. All right? I mean, as much as I love Kevin Garnett, as much as he's one of my favorite power forward, can't stand him when he was there with the Celtics. Even though I kind of see him as a Timberwolf more than anything. Definitely Paul Pierce can't stand. I can go on and on, right? Boston Celtics, the most wretched franchise in the history of basketball. That fan base is trash, okay? They're like the Caitlin Clark fan base, basically the same type of people, right? And that's just the way that goes, all right?
They're great fans. Obviously they got some great players, but he hurts me a lot. So hopefully, this offseason we find a way to get better and, add some pieces.
Call me a hater, I don't give a damn, all right? Your mama, okay?
Add some pieces.
I mean, to be honest, that question should have went to both of them. I mean, y'all sitting here, how do y'all really feel? Like, you in the building in the NBA Finals, I know that both of you guys probably want to be here performing on the big stage.
I mean, that's a goal. You want to win a championship. All I care about.
The reason he's bringing this up is that Paul George, I think, is available as a free agent. And he's a guy that there's been some talk locally in Philadelphia. A lot of the local fans want us to go grab Paul George. I was more so in favor of grabbing a Paul George years ago before he went to the Clippers. Right now, I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at the Sixers grabbing Paul George. But you gotta look, what is he, over 30 years old now? Gotta be 32 or 33. Some people want Jimmy Butler. I'm not in favor of that. I think Jimmy Butler is damn near 35 years old, 36 now. I just don't. I don't know. If so, 1 or 2 years. But guys like Jimmy Butler, Paul George, they want those 4 or 5 year max contracts. I don't know if that's lucrative. Paul George, I wouldn't be mad at. But see, guys like that, they don't want to come to Northeast cities like Philadelphia. Like, to them, they're South Beach. They're either South Beach, Miami, or like California guys. They're more into just being able to, after work, go chill at the beach and go around to their whatever little strips and malls and shit they into out there. It's just a different lifestyle. And I've been to California. I've been to Oakland. I've been to spent most of my time in Hayward. I've been to Sacramento, to different places like that. So I get it. It's a nice little chill vibe and all of that. But at the same time, you can enjoy yourself in the Northeast. Really, if you have inner peace and you have inner reflection, you can, and you got money, you can enjoy yourself wherever you are. I've lived in Egypt. I've lived in Cairo. I've lived in Alexandria. You can enjoy yourself anywhere as long as you yourself have some type of inner peace. And you got money. So I don't get it, but I think that factors into with Paul George. So I doubt he'll come to the Sixers. The Sixers probably have to trade for a guy. Philly is a great place. To me, I think there's a lot to do, but a lot of these guys don't see it. Like, I don't know. Talk to Iverson. Talk to most players who play in Philadelphia. They love it because they love the fan base and everything. But I doubt Paul George comes to the Sixers. Which is what I think Perk is trying to get at. Because he would be a perfect fit. And we're going to be real. Tobias Harris is leaving. So if you run a team with Embiid, Paul George, I think we're going to bring Kelly Oubre back. Maxey, we still got to upgrade that 2 guard. I think you have something. Just with Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid.
Legacy. I cannot find a way to accomplish what it is that I want to accomplish, and that's win a championship. So, whether I gotta find a way to do it with what I have, or what they put in place for us to win, I'm gonna try my best to make it happen.
Hey, asked that question to you too, PG. What's your answer to that question?
I mean, this is my first final appearance, and I hate that it had to come in this fashion. You know what I mean? Watching from the sideline, it don't feel good. Shout out to the 2 teams that made it this far, but when you think back of what we should have done and could have done better to be where they're at right now, all of the little plays, you start to think about.
I'm just looking at the Clippers and the Philadelphia 76ers, and both of them need pieces. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, listen, I wasn't trying to throw shade, but I was saying
that's true. I think the Clippers need more in the front court. They just need a rebound, a banger, someone that can consistently score down there. And the Sixers, it's hard to say, man. I think much of the Sixers' lack of success came as a result of Tobias Harris not coming through. And then also, like I said, going with Buddy Hield as opposed to like an Anunoby or someone like that. I actually liked the team before those trades. I liked having Marcus Morris and some of those older guys, actually, because that grit that a guy like Marcus Morris and guys like Pat Bev provide would have helped a lot against the Knicks, who were a team that did not beat us because of better talent. They beat us because of more mental toughness and grinding out plays and hustle.
Before I even made my first final appearance, Doc Rivers used to take me and Al Jefferson to the finals, to the games, to have that feeling. So I know when you walking up in the gym and you seeing these teams compete on the biggest stage, you got to get that feeling though.
Yep, that's why I'm here, because I want to see what it's like. And I want to be here. I want to win so bad.
156 teams have fallen down 0-3 in these playoffs. 156 have failed to come all the way back. You said that you hate it. You hate seeing the Boston Celtics here right now. Do you think that this is going to end here tonight?
I think there's a pretty good chance it does. But we'll see. I think, the NBA Finals, Dallas, they're not going to quit. I thought they had a good start, in Game 3. And if they can follow that up and, and keep it up for 4 quarters, they have a chance.
We talked to PG about this earlier. They went into Boston and beat them. You've seen the Boston Celtics in the same conference all season long. Did you know that they were going to be this kind of a juggernaut?
Yeah, they got everything. That's a super team right there. They got everything. They got the wings, they got the big, they got the playmaking, they got the defense.
Yeah.
Credit, to their guys. Brad Stevens and what they've been able to put together.
Yep.
But,
Stephen A. Smith said earlier in this show, our dear friend Stephen A. said that he believes that this could be the beginning of a dynasty of winning multiple championships for the Boston Celtics.
Hell no. You done lost your damn mind. Boston Celtics, all right, they did this year, but come on, man. If you got a healthy Milwaukee, you got a healthy Miami, even you got a healthy Sixers, come on, man. You tripping. They're not far and head and shoulders above everybody, if everyone is healthy. Actually, if you line up all those players, Embiid, Giannis, Tatum, Brown, Butler, all of that. The first guy you're picking is not Tatum. Tatum is like the 3rd or 4th guy you're picking. You're going to pick either Embiid or Giannis, number 1. Then you're going to go to maybe Tatum then after that. But, come on, man. Stop it. They're not going to do that.
I don't think so. Not with the new CBA. And then you also got to understand the whole East was kind of hurt this year, myself included.
So you're saying you're coming next year?
There's a pretty good chance.
Wilbon's sitting there pointing at him. Hold on, Wilbon. He pointing at him because of the CBA. You should be saying ain't no damn dynasty because I'm in Philly and they're going to have to come to us.
They know I'm right there. Don't remember that.
I know you are.
I'm the MVP. Don't forget that.
Come on now, MVP shit. Right now they gave it back to Jokic, so that's over with. But that's cool. It's a nice little conversation. back and forth. But on my way to MVP shit, MVP shit, Embiid.
You want the rest of your team. That's all.
I just gotta get a little bit of luck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stay healthy.
One more piece.
And I know everything else is gonna take
Maybe
over.
one more piece, Joel.
I believe in you. I believe in Maxie.
The piece might be sitting right on the side of it.
Joel Embiid.
The piece might be sitting right
Thank
next
you
to
so
it.
much for stopping by NBA Countdown. I appreciate that we're just like raising the bar over here.
I see that how Perk is pointing to Paul George. Paul George just put his head down. He ain't coming to Philly, man. He gonna stay right there in California. He want to be in a little sunny spot. Or if he does go somewhere else, I can see him going to Orlando. You know, it's just even Miami or something like that, man. These guys, they not thinking about like teaming up with Embiid. And I don't know. It could be Embiid and them don't vibe to his homies. You know, Embiid is from, you know, he's African. Which is why I really wanted them to put, like, say, Siakam with Embiid. Or maybe even OG with Embiid. That would have been perfect. But Daryl Morey doesn't have that type of vision, man. He just wants Embiid with a bunch of three-point shooters. That's just really, he does not know how to build a team, bro. You know, at least not the type of team I think is going to win a title. Put defensive players around them. You know, start on the defensive end, man. Get them quick, fast break points, that easy stuff. Because you got a big that can do everything. Joel Embiid is probably the most talented big man to ever play in the National Basketball League, Basketball Association. You know, him and Jokic. But, like, when you look at what Embiid can do on both sides of the floor, to me, he's the most talented. Because talent isn't just an offensive thing. It's also a defensive thing, man. So, that's all I got on that, man. Peace out.